What do you take away from Super Bowl 53, Jim?
I can't. I had very little rest last night. You can relate to that. I've been, of course, circling in my mind so many thoughts about the game. It was so bizarre, odd, strange, unlike anything I think I've ever seen in a football game. It was just not what anyone expected. Hey, tip of the hat here to Bill Belichick, and I think that was perhaps his finest hour, maybe his finest game plan ever. And I don't want to shortchange while I'm at it Brian Flores, but we all know Bill never gave away the defensive coordinator title this year because he is the coordinator. And I was at practice this week, and I saw it at work, and Flores is right there with him, but Bill is in the middle of it all. And, I mean, what a tremendous game plan he put together to completely bring to a screeching halt an offense that was just packed full of power and speed and all kinds of punch, and it just was non-existent. How about this one?
Yes.
We had, for the game, one snap in the red zone for the game. One.
And it was the touchdown.
That was a touchdown run by Sony from 2 yards out. Now, tell me a game you've ever seen that had one snap from inside the 20 for both teams combined. One.
I can't recall it.
It's inconceivable.
I know, and remarkably, it happened 53 minutes into the game, the exact number of Super Bowls that had been played. Your numerologist's dream, 53 minutes into Super Bowl 53 is when he creased the end zone, Sony Michel. And it really was one of those games where I was expecting it, and I assume you were too, that at some point it would just all the defensive filters would be taken off and the offense would have its say, but it really never happened.
Yeah, I thought in the second quarter when it was 3-0, this was still going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of the game that my partner Tony Romo had foreshadowed at the media day. He had been asked to make a prediction on the game. Mm-hmm. Don't tell us who's going to win. That the question came from the floor. We know you can't pick a team, but just can you tell us the score? And Tony said 28-24, and the team that has 24 will have the ball at the end and be stopped. I thought that was still possible. I wasn't trying to call him out on it or make him look bad. I know some snarky people out there try to make something out of that, but the reality was we had a game similar in flow at Kansas City 2 weeks before, and that was a 14-0 game. And you never would have imagined that it would be a 37-31 final in the end. That's what I still thought we were heading toward, was a game that was going to be in the 20s. Maybe somebody would touch 30, and this thing would open up, but it never did.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.